Anatolians versus wolves. Most people imagine wolves charging livestock like a movie scene. Teeth, speed, chaos. But wolves almost never rush. They test. They watch. They map. They measure reactions long before goats are ever in danger. And this is exactly where Anatolian Shepherds change the outcome. Because wolves don't just test animals, they test systems. Wolves don't move randomly. A pack functions like a slow, cautious intelligence network. They ask, where is pressure weakest? Where is movement predictable? How long does it take resistance to arrive? They don't attack the strongest animal first. They study the edges. They study the rhythm. And when they feel certainty, that's when they move. A wolf pack rarely commits during the first encounter. Instead, they circle at distance, observe scent lines, approach at dusk, withdraw without contact. This isn't fear, it's data collection. Wolves want to know, does this farm react the same way every time? If the answer is yes, they keep testing. If the answer is no, they reconsider. To a wolf, an Anatolian reads differently than a slower guardian. Not just size, not just presence, movement. Anatolians don't sit and wait for a threat to approach goats. They intercept before the pattern forms, and this breaks the wolf's expectation. Wolf packs rely on predictable patrol timing, distance estimation, pressure windows. Anatolians close the windows quickly, not by chasing endlessly, but by showing up where wolves didn't expect resistance. That single disruption forces the pack to reset its map. You'll notice Anatolians often stay away from the herd. Owners think, why isn't the dog with the goats? Because goats aren't the target, the approach is. Wolves choose terrain before they choose prey. Anatolians naturally gravitate toward ridge lines, fence corners, shadow transitions, tree edges. They're not wandering. They're closing doors wolves want open. A big mistake people make is believing the dog must chase wolves away. Chasing teaches wolves where the dog stops, how far it will go, what triggers pursuit. Anatolians succeed when they move forward enough to disrupt, then hold space. This tells wolves this territory pushes back. Wolves thrive on hesitation. They wait for delayed reactions, repeated patterns, emotional responses. Anatolians don't hesitate. They move early. They reposition quickly. They remove the moment wolves are waiting for. That's why packs often disengage without escalation. People assume wolves outnumbering a dog means danger. But wolves don't measure numbers like humans do. They measure risk, uncertainty, cost. One decisive guardian that disrupts timing can make a pack feel exposed. Exposure equals danger to a wolf. Goats react to pressure long before humans notice predators. When Anatolians intercept early, goats keep grazing. Herd spacing stays normal. No panic spreads. Calm goats are evidence that wolves never reach decision distance. Most wolf testing happens at night. Anatolians don't need visibility to work. They rely on scent detection, terrain memory, sound shifts. Their movement pattern at night feels unpredictable to wolves. Unpredictability kills pack confidence. When a pack fails to gather clear data, it doesn't escalate, it moves. Energy matters more than pride. An Anatolian that denies clear information makes the farm feel expensive, and wolves prefer easier options. This part matters. Failure rarely comes from the dog itself. It comes from restricted movement, small enclosures, constant recall by owners, forcing dogs to stay near livestock. This gives wolves predictable space, and predictability invites testing. One Anatolian denies timing, 2 deny routes. A wolf pack wants an exit strategy. When multiple dogs occupy different zones, exits disappear. The pack disengages early due to this. There is no victory moment, no dramatic showdown. Success looks like wolves never getting close, goats unaware anything happened, dogs calm afterward. The pack test fails quietly. Wolves calculate energy constantly. If testing requires longer distance, more observation, repeated failure, the pack shifts territory. Anatolians raise energy cost without physical conflict. That's the real deterrence. Dogs don't work alone. Open land favors early interception. Heavy brush favors wolves. Anatolians excel when allowed to use elevation and movement. They aren't just guarding animals, they're guarding geography. If you never see wolves, if goats stay relaxed, if dogs seem calm, that's not inactivity, that's prevention. Pack test failed before you ever noticed them. If you learned something new or if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.